Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. Yeah, it connects using Bluetooth. Pretty neat stuff, bro. All right, you ready, sir?
Um. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 13. It's been quite some time. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. Charles, how you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm well, man. I'm staying alive like the Bee Gees.
Yes, sir. That's always good. Corona free.
Oh, for sure, bro. You know, I got my tests. Came back negative. Haven't died yet.
That's always good.
Absolutely. So I look at it, bro. As most people should know, early voting has started. So make sure you go exercise your right to vote.
100%. It's very important to do it.
1,000%, sir. Got to make sure people are not just your presidential candidate either. Make sure you're doing your research and reading up on your local government. Make sure you get the try to vote the judges and commissioners and all that stuff. You know, all the people that you would like to see in your local government, because that's also incredibly important as the federal. So
just as important.
Absolutely.
Despite most people's beliefs, it's you got to do the local stuff too.
Yeah, it's our wonderful education system doing its finest on educating people on the importance of their local government.
Yep, you never hear it in school. So,
but yeah, we're not gonna waste too much time tonight. We're gonna go ahead and get right into things. Briefly, as most of you saw, the greatest basketball team of all time, the Los Angeles Lakers, tied the Celtics for most NBA championships amongst all the franchises with the latest championship that Sir LeBron James brought to the city. So congratulations to everybody involved. Hopefully this year should be interesting because they'll actually have the ability to build a team around the two pieces that they got versus last year when we were waiting for Kawhi to make a decision. So shouldn't be an issue when we're building the team this year. So I'm interested to see if they build another championship caliber team on top of that, which I'm sure a lot of people have forgotten. There's going to be a lot of people coming back. Obviously, the Warriors should be back this year. And Mr. Durant will also be back this year. So should be interesting. Basketball season. And it's also, I believe, starting in December. So a short little break before it starts up again. I think free agency should be sometime within the next few weeks. So
have they said when they're going to start the season?
If I'm not mistaken, I saw it was like the tail end of December.
Oh, okay. But I know they need that rest time. So
yeah, but I mean, it's like obviously everything's shortened, so I'm assuming the season's going to be shortened as well to try to make up some time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
COVID's really screwing everything up, man. There's a bunch of positive tests everywhere that doesn't have a bubble. So, I mean, I think it was NHL and NBA were the two leagues that had a bubble.
Yeah.
And
but we all knew that the NFL wasn't going to spend, buku amounts of money to try to get everybody involved with the data.
Maybe, there's just too many people. Like with basketball, there's 24 people on a team or something like that.
Yeah.
And then with football, there's 52 per team. So that's just way too many people to trapped in a bubble. You have to spread that out throughout cities. And what about like it's just way too hard, I feel like, until playoff time comes.
Yeah, it. I mean, it's one of those things. Like they could do it if they really wanted to, but I just think the amount of money would literally like it just they would literally have to like rent out a city, like essentially, or like
Pretty much.
half a city to make that happen. So
I mean, there'd have to be games on like every single day if they did it all in one spot. So they'd have to like spread it out through different cities to be able to have different games on.
bro, it literally is like I just it just pretty much is almost impossible. Like it just makes sense why they didn't even try. And
Yeah.
for the most part, I feel like outside of the few outbreaks, which there was some in baseball too. So I mean, but then they got it under control quickly, and then they were able to finish out their season. And for the most part, I mean, I don't know, I don't know precisely what the NFL's protocols are for trying to make sure people don't have COVID, but
I think it depends on the player.
yeah. So I mean, but I feel like for the most part they're doing an okay job. So I mean,
Yeah. They're getting to it quick, and I mean, it's the virus has hit like another peak, like in the United States. So granted that, it seems like people are, for the most part, following what they're supposed to do. But I mean, there's outbreaks, but it doesn't last more than they get it under control in a few days, or have those people isolate within a few days, so it doesn't really spread, which is good. So it seems, at least.
yeah.
I know there was like a positive test in Charlotte for the Panthers. It was like some personnel person, I think, but there's been no other positive tests in the past few days. Bro, I wonder how much money they're spending on these COVID tests.
Easily couple million, man.
Dude, that shit is wild. Like, if you think about it, because they have to test every single player, all the personnel, coaches, everybody that's been in the building, and they have to do that for like what I think it's 3 days. You have to have, or like 3 straight like negative tests every day, or like 1 negative test every day for 3 days. So that's like easily like 100, like 600 tests if you count like all the players, practice squad, coaches, all those. There's probably like 1 to 200 people.
I don't even know how much it is per test.
I don't know either, but I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that test has got to be bought from somewhere.
Oh,
at
absolutely.
some point. So,
I mean, I'm actually pretty surprised there's not more cases. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's very surprising. Unless they keep some of it like under wraps or something. I don't know.
Nah, I feel like I've always felt like the NFL. I mean, there's always some times where I feel like they can get away with some things, but I don't know if they could get away with it. You know what I mean? Like something of this magnitude. I feel like it would be pretty hard to hide somebody getting sick.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Especially if it's a big name person or a starter.
Well, I just know like the beat writers and stuff, man, like that actually follow the team, like they would immediately notice if somebody was not practice. You know what I mean? Like that's like their job to notice, like even if the small guys aren't at practice, because they're local reporters, so they they report on all that, like the little guys on the team. So I would think that especially if somebody was gone for an extended period of time, like they couldn't pass that off. You know what I mean? Or what, like where is this guy? Like why hasn't he been? Yeah. So I don't know, but I think it's like one of those situations, like them, just like the rest of us, and definitely the more so them because they're getting paid millions of dollars. I'm sure they don't want for there to be an outbreak because that messes with their money. Man.
For sure.
Just even being a former athlete, like when you love the game, like you don't want to not be playing the game. Like you do it for more than money. So it's just one of those things that it sucks because we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
But funny enough, COVID is not just affecting real football leagues. It's also touching the virtual world pretty hard because fantasy has been rough this year. It's like
Dude, fantasy has been a pain in my ass this
bro,
year.
it's like you already got to worry about the regular injuries. Then you got to worry about fucking COVID now. It's like your dude don't even have to catch COVID. It's like somebody on his team can just get sick and the whole game just shut down.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, because you know very like for a fact that the games are not as good like when they're prime time or like on a Thursday or Monday. Like they're just not as many points for some reason. A lot of them. So it's like you're getting your Sunday game switched to like freaking Tuesday or like Thursday at like 5 p.m. And it's like you're kind of lucky to get some good points out of there because like for whatever reason I feel like it's like that. Like it's just like maybe it's just trash games that are on like the Giants and Browns or something. I don't know, but
You're right, bro. I do think it has something to do with the primetime element. I definitely think that's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't really know if there's like a like some type of theory to having too long to practice or too long between days off, because it's like they always worry about that too when you have like sometimes people will play on a Thursday and then it'll be like if you have a bunch of injuries and it's like that's good, you got extra time to rest up, but when you don't, it's like, all right, well, we have like way too much time to just get lax, and then you don't really like. I don't obviously like I haven't been watching football as long as like our dads or like my dad or anything like that, and like so he always tells me you don't even practice like that during the season, like you probably have like some soft shell practices like throughout the week, but you're not like doing training camp hard hitting like all that type of crazy stuff when you have games. Especially like when you have a short week, you probably have a day to rest, a day to like a day to practice, and then probably the day after you're either flying or going to wherever you're going if you have a Thursday game. So
yeah, it's true.
I definitely
and it makes sense for the playoffs too, like when the number one seed has to bye.
Mm-hmm.
And they're off for like that entire like Sunday all the way to the next, like it's like what, almost like 2 weeks or something, right? Essentially.
Yeah, it is 2 weeks.
So it's like that. I definitely can see how that would mess with things.
I was gonna say too, man. It also kind of sucks for people that are playing fantasy because if you have your game pushed back to Tuesday, like everybody's played by that point. So I mean, if it's somebody that, say for instance, is questionable, or you don't know if they're a game time decision, or you don't really know if they're gonna play, then it's like, oh well, now I have to pretty much gamble on this person playing or not playing versus like me actually making an informed decision to play this person over that person or whatever the situation may be.
This is also true.
Like I had that situation with I think it was the Bills were playing Tennessee. So pretty much I think Tennessee had their game canceled already, so they still had positive COVID tests popping up. Then I had the Bills playing them on Tuesday, so I'm like, man, do I start this person? What if they don't play? Like if they don't play, then I'm not gonna have any points.
Yeah, that's very true.
But definitely an interesting season, man. Obviously, I'm doing terribly in our league.
So early. Oh, I mean, it's about halfway through, but a little less than halfway through.
No, it's still early. No, you're definitely right, man. And like I've had Christian McCaffrey hurt most of the season, so that's been obviously a massive blow.
Yeah.
To my team. So, but I do like that our league seems pretty balanced, man. And it's really like you can tell because the two teams that are first and last are like serious outliers, like compared to like the majority of our group, like where everybody is kind of scoring around the same amount of points. But I mean, it's like you said, it's really early, so I'm not worried. I'd like my team to play a little better, but
of course,
you know, what are you gonna do? You got people on bye. Like last week, I had Justin Herbert on bye, which like every time he plays, he's pretty much scoring like 60 to 80 points because he's just dude, he's really good, man. I was watching like I thought he was kind of like a hoax, or like, you know, he was kind of like overhyped. But then I've been watching him, not just clips either, like the last 2 weeks, man. He's pretty good. He definitely takes some licks for the throws that he puts in there. He puts some shit on the money, man. I'm interested to see how he continues to grow. Because I mean, literally they started him because, I mean, not only that situation with Tyrod Taylor, but dude, he was just playing so well that like it was one of those things like, yeah, I really can't not start him.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'm looking at everything in our league, and I mean the points are pretty. They're not as mismatched as I anticipated, as well.
Well, like for instance, one of my victories, I literally scored 500 points, dude. Like my team literally put up 500 points that week. Like that's just such a ridiculous amount. But then like it's like I was saying, like literally, even like your dad. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong league. Sorry, I'm in a bunch of different leagues. Looking at the wrong league.
No, I mean I definitely get it because I put up like 400 and I think it was like 475 points last week.
Like
450.
We're like, so there's 8 teams. First through fifth are literally all within 100 points of each other for points scored on the season. So it's just like,
and so we're the bottom 3 are within 100 points of each other too.
Yeah, like it's honestly it's just like you said, man. It's really one of those seasons that anybody could wind up in the playoffs. And then on top of that, I think I have the playoff set up. Let me see. So I think looks like there's 6 teams in the playoffs, if I'm looking at it correctly. Looks like the first 2 teams will have a bye week, and then the other 4 will play.
Oh yeah. All I know is I'm about to take out Johnny this week.
As you should, sir. So I mean, my team has just been terrible the last 2 weeks. So I mean, I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, I do have Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers though, so there's that.
Yeah, like I said, man. Once I get McCaffrey back, I'm hoping that we start putting up some points. And
yeah. And Derrick Henry gave me 100 last week.
Yeah, that dude is a monster, dude.
Dude, he's a freak.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how this league like ends up. I mean, I've lost like 2 games. I didn't think my team played bad either. So we'll see how the rest of the games go.
I think that's a good thing about like having the league set up the way that I wanted. I think next year I'm gonna put it up to a vote again about adding some more bench spots.
Oh, for sure. I do wish we had some more bench spots.
Well, you remember I asked, and then everybody was like, you know, we don't want to hog up the people, and so then I was like, that's actually a pretty good idea. So we'll just leave them. But then, like as the time went on, I'm like, yeah, these are definitely like as the
bye and COVID weeks started.
Yeah, bro.
We were all just like, damn, we should have had some more.
Yeah, bro. So if anything, I'll add at least one. You know, if anything.
Yeah, I would say maybe 1 to 2, and that's it. Because I mean, it is an 8-person team or 8-person league, so there are still people that are available.
Well,
Not
so
the
then,
best people, but there are some.
well, then the other thing is too, bro, is like we have defensive people too. So and
Yeah,
like they take
I
up.
like that.
Hmm?
I like that though, for sure.
No, I like it too. It's just they take up bench spots too as well. So
Yeah,
it's like I kind of felt like the amount of bench slots was disproportionate to like the amount of people that we had on all the teams. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, we're all pretty much balanced, so I can't really complain. I feel like, I mean, I'm having fun with it.
yeah, for sure.
I don't feel like other leagues like in the past where I've been in where it's like, it's like two teams aren't taking it seriously, like, and especially because we're not playing for money.
Yeah,
So it's like, but everybody is taking it, pretty seriously, and it seems like it's
yeah.
competitive. So
I mean, we did it like that on purpose. We purposely weren't going to ask people that were sus about it. So
right,
I think like even if it's a free league, like we know they're going to play, and I don't like losing in it. So I'm going to play, and I'm
absolutely.
not going to lose to Johnny this week. I hope he hears this.
I hope he
Down
does,
in,
sir, because he beat me last week, so I'm definitely hating on him right now.
we're
He
going
needs
to
to.
switch spots in the standings, son.
Yeah, bro, I'm Team Charles this week because he beat me. I'm hating. That's all right. That's all right. He can knows it. It's all right if he knows it. Um, but yeah, man. So obviously, Cold War is coming out soon. Before we get into everything they're doing with Season 6 right now in Warzone Modern Warfare, how did you like the how'd you like the beta, man? I'm gonna get your thoughts on it first.
um, I liked it for the most part. I didn't like, obviously the hacking was a big deal in it. Not that I feel like I got hacked too much, but there was definitely some suspect times where people would just know where I am around the corner when I haven't
Mm-hmm.
shot my gun or anything or had a suppressor on. But I don't know. I mean, like it feels like a night and day difference from Modern Warfare.
Did you see?
The time to kill feels a lot slower or a lot faster in in Black Ops than it does this one to me.
I agree.
Um, I'm hoping that there's more weapons than they displayed in the beta because
That's.
there was only 3
Mhm.
assault rifles.
I was curious about that too, man. I was just assuming that maybe they were just giving us like a limited weapon set. So I didn't.
I mean, I hope that's what they were doing
Yeah.
because when they said that all attachments were unlocked for all guns, I was like, mm. But I mean, I'm just really curious to see how the zombies are and how they link it with Warzone. Like that's still my main question, and I'm probably not going to buy it until I know what they're doing.
Yeah, I already bought that shit. I'm not even gonna front.
Yeah, see, I mean, I want to buy it. I want to pre-order it, but there's also like we're all like Sean and you and myself like want to, start playing Destiny again too. So it's like, what am I going to put my time into? But I mean, I'll probably buy it. I'll definitely buy it. But 'cause I know like Taryn and everyone like wants to play it. Family's going to buy it. But yeah, I just really hope that there's more weapons with all the attachments, and I hope they don't like. I hope they do well with linking it to Warzone with your current operators and weapons and things like that. I think that's a super good idea. I'm just really curious on how they're going to do it and what weapons are going to be OP, which are not. They would. I hope that recoil patterns are the same for the same guns, like the M4. I know that's in both, so I hope the recoil is the same for both, or else that would be kind of
So
OP if it was.
did you see that they have the M4 and the M16?
I saw the M16. They did that in the beta, the 3-round burst, which was destructive to
Yeah,
say the least. Like that thing is a beast.
Yeah, man.
And
I
the
don't know.
Krig is really good too. It reminded me of the Growl,
The
like
what?
pre-nerf. Reminded me of the Growl.
I don't think I use that one.
Oh yeah, I mean it was pretty damn good.
Once they unlocked everything, I was like, yeah, I can just wait until the game, cause like I played the alpha, and like I had played, like I said, I'd bought the game, so I had the early access to the beta. Um, so
Yeah,
I played it like a little bit.
I'm glad they unlocked everything so we can get like we can at least like try it with all the stuff because there's like a large amount of attachments you can put on. So I was kind of glad to get like a little head start on that, see which guns I like to, which ones I want to start with, and blah blah blah.
So what I liked was, well, the only reason I didn't play it more was because, for one, it was what you already mentioned, was I wasn't sure if it was all the weapons anyway, which obviously it was such a small amount of weapons that I was just kind of like, I feel like I'm not gonna get a good feel for the or what I'm gonna use anyway, because like I was looking at like the MP5 on there, like the stats for the MP7 look entirely different, and that's kind of like one thing too, because you know, I spent a lot of time in gunsmith, so like I was looking at how you put attachments and how it affects the weapons, and it's like everything's
Yeah.
everything's different in that game with how things affect things, and it's like
Yep.
on top of that, one thing I liked, which was probably one of the cooler things about Cold War, was I really liked how it seems they're doing the perks, like the perk system. So it's like if you don't want to do overkill, for instance, like you can literally have a class with like an ass load of fucking attachments on a gun. So dependent
Yeah.
de- dependent like, did you see that one? Like I think it's like, I don't remember what the name of the perk was, but you can literally add, I think it's like an extra perk from every category or something, or an extra attachment or three extra attachments. Yeah. So
Yeah, that was like a that's like a wild card or
yeah,
something they call it, right?
yeah, there's a wild card that allows you to add, I believe, three extra attachments to your weapon, and then there's also a wild card that allows you to pick an extra perk from every category as well.
Yeah.
So I definitely, as somebody that I just like options, like I think it's cool that you can, especially when we're playing Warzone, and if what I read is correct, they're gonna be allowing weapons and zombies as well. I think it makes it interesting for like zombie mode.
Yeah,
Um,
you can take your loadout in zombie mode, apparently.
and did you play that Dirty Bomb map?
Dirty Bomb. No, I only really play I don't think so. Wait, what Dirty Bomb?
So
Where you
there was a game mode called Dirty Bomb. I only played it.
is that the one that was kind of like demolition where you have like the 2 points and you have to like capture the like how it would be in domination, but once you capture it, like it goes away and then you move on to point B or point A, whichever one you don't capture first.
I'm not sure. It was some like objective game mode. I only bring it up because I think it's a part of the new Warzone map. Um,
Is it the one that was yeah, I want to say I know which one you're talking about.
it's like a very foresty area. Um, it's like almost like out in the jungle, but
And there's like a barn.
I think there's a barn. It's almost like a whole town. It's almost like a makeshift town in the middle of the jungle type thing.
Okay. I think I
Um,
know which one you're talking about. There's like a little tower and a truck.
yeah, I can't. I honestly can't because I only played it once. But like I said,
Yeah.
I bring it up that I think it's the Warzone map because not only do you pretty much spawn in like you're playing Warzone, but you also, like, that's the only map that I played that allowed you to actually open and close doors. Like, so if you actually wanted to go inside a building, like, you could actually open and close the doors compared to the other maps where all the doors were locked. Like, you couldn't open.
Oh yeah, nice.
So I don't know. Obviously, the Warzone map is probably going to be pretty fucking huge. So, but I think that's a portion of it. Like, I think they were teasing it. So yeah,
Yeah,
like
I hope you have the option to choose between which ones you want to play.
I mean, if they were smart, they would do that. If I'm not mistaken, because I haven't played PUBG in a while, but I'm thinking
Hmm.
about re-downloading it because you can play 60 FPS at 1080p now. Um, so
Yeah, because PUBG's like that.
yeah, PUBG's like that. So I think from what I can tell, they seem to be like cherry picking things from different battle royales like across the industry. So
Yeah.
I think they'd be pretty smart to. I personally, I'd play a lot more Warzone if that was the case, to be honest. Um, but we'll see, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, Cold War is coming out in 2-3 weeks. I'm pretty excited for it. It's going to be optimized for the series, PS4 or PS5 and the Series X. So Series X,
Yeah.
Series S.
Are you gonna try to get that day one, or are you gonna wait a little bit?
No, I'm definitely gonna try to get it day one, man.
Oh, okay.
I just like, dude, from everything that I'm hearing, it just is like because I've already bought in so many games for this gen, like it's just like to have a better quality resolution, faster load times, like literally talking about loading up Destiny in like less than like 10 seconds. Like
Yeah,
it's just,
that's wild. I turned it on the other day, and that shit took like 2 minutes.
bro, I was playing it today. Like, and
And
that's
2 minutes is a long time when you're just like, it's like, all right, let's hop on the treadmill and just run for 2 minutes. It's the same thing as that.
bro, and then you got that quick resume too, man. So it's like you got 5 games like that you pretty much can instantly boot up, or applications, and it's
Yeah.
like Netflix loads up in less than 10 seconds. Like it's just one of those things that I feel like if you're like me and you're literally have no life other than just pretty much doing this, or doing other like minor small things, it's like I think it's an easy day one purchase. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Are
like
you
I think
gonna do the payment plan or the buy it outright?
I'll probably buy it outright because I'm more than likely gonna trade in my One X. Like, cause I was something that I was saw
Yeah.
today. Like, dude, the Series S is literally gonna be uh better than the One X. Like, the Series S is literally gonna give better load times and almost like higher frame rates than the One X. Like, you're gonna be able to play 120 frames per second games at 1440p on the Series S, like with the console. So I mean, I just think either one you're upgrading like massively when you're talking GPU and CPU to the One X, which like I rave about it all the time. I've raved about it to you guys a bunch of times. So I mean, like that's just something like I'm excited about, man. Like it's hard for me to not want to get it because like that auto HDR like is literally gonna make so many 360 games that I'm already playing. Like I downloaded Alan Wake that because it was on Game Pass like not too long ago. There's a game
Yeah.
called Jade Empire that I had started playing that like I kind of want to play it again now because of the auto HDR. It's gonna improve like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
so I don't, but I also like I said I don't think that because as far as I know, there's literally no actual next gen games launching with the Xbox, like the Xbox console. Like I think Miles
Yeah.
Morales is the only one for PlayStation, but I'm not getting a PlayStation, so I'm not overly concerned. Well, I'm not getting one till God of War 2 comes out. Like I'm pretty sure about that. Uh,
Yeah.
but I just have, like I said, a vast amount of games on Xbox, so I'm more than likely gonna just get it solely off the fact that that exclusive deal from GameStop for trading in the One X
Yeah.
ends like at the end of November, so I might as well just take advantage of
Oh,
it.
does it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it ends November 30th. So if you have
Oh,
for,
damn.
for people listening to, if you have a One X or even just a regular one, you get $100-$200 off, which to me that's a big deal, man. Like I'm not I'm balling on a budget, so and if I can
Yeah, I
get
mean,
if I can
because
get
like, what are
anything
you
off,
gonna do with your old one? Like,
not a damn thing.
mount it on the. I'm not gonna mount that shit on the wall or anything. So, like, it definitely make like if you're thinking about getting one, it definitely makes sense to trade it in.
Well, especially now too, man, because historically you would have to keep your older consoles to play older games,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
now
now
like
you don't,
yeah, no you don't.
and
So
it's extremely helpful, and I'm glad they did that.
Absolutely, bro. Me too, man. I love it. I wish Sony cared more about their their consumer to allow things like that, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, man.
Another reason why Xbox is superior.
Yeah, you won't hear too many people admit it though.
Nah. And just the sheer power of that system is going to be incredible.
I mean, oh, which one? The PS5 or the Series?
Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the like PlayStation always does some impressive stuff with its games, man. Like I wouldn't ever say like even now like the PS4 Pro is clearly not as good of a console as the One X, but when I'm playing Spider-Man on it, like it's super dope. When I play God of War on it, like it looks great, man, and the games always look great. So
yeah,
it's not it's not. I don't want a PS5 because I don't think it's gonna be good. It's just to me the Xbox brings a better value to me. Also, and I know I'm getting a better console. Like this, it's not even.
Your friends have Xbox too. So
on top of that,
yeah.
So for me, it's like I'm not buying a PS5 at the same price as an Xbox Series X, and I'm like, it's not even as good of. I know as a fact, I'm not getting as good as a machine. But then on top of that, like I'm not buying it to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, bro. Like the one game like still I will vouch and say like The Witcher 3 is gonna look incredible on the Series X.
And it's on Game Pass, so if you haven't played it,
and it's on Game Pass, yeah. So you like, if you bundle it with your Xbox Live, like it's essentially like free, almost.
Yeah, that Game Pass is crucial, and then obviously
so much stuff on there too.
And then EA stuff will be on there at the end of the month, so.
Yeah.
All the stuff in EA Access, so fun times.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. So on to the season 6 content. How you been liking everything, man? The new assault rifle is already obsolete. I don't even think I've seen anybody using it in Warzone.
Dude, I never use that damn thing. Like, if I want to use it as a submachine gun, I'm gonna use an MP5. If I want to use it an assault rifle, I'm gonna use my Kilo or Grau. So
pretty much,
it was never a thing to me. That sniper rifle was dope though, until they just nerfed it. But like,
do you feel like it's not hitting as hard now, or?
I mean, I just feel like it's not. Well, the main thing that drew me to it was the aim down sight time and the range. Being that those things got nerfed pretty big, like I might as well just use the AX50 at this point. Same ADS time, and the AX50 puts out more power.
That's true, sir.
So that's just my personal opinion. But the Galil is my season 6 resurrecting gun.
Bro, that gun is elite.
Yeah. I was playing a couple games today, and we won 2 straight trios matches, and I was using the Galil both times. I think I got like 6 kills and 9 kills with it.
Nice.
So, like, that gun's definitely still a beast.
Well, because they haven't really like touched it. Like
they haven't touched it since they initially did.
Yeah, but even then, like I don't even know why they nerfed it then, because I'm like, nobody was really using it.
Nah.
And then they nerfed it, and then it was like people really were like, "Oh, I don't feel like using it," but I'll be beaming people with that shit, bro.
People hear the word nerf, and they automatically assume that the gun is obsolete now. Because a lot of people don't take the time to read the patch notes and see what they did to quote unquote nerf it. But
or even use it. Like I just kind of like especially that gun. Like it was like, dude, you can tell what people are using in Warzone because Like everybody's using the same gun. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's not too many. Every once in a while, you'll run into somebody that's using something different, but for the most part, everybody uses the same weapons. So I mean,
And I don't even want to kill those people that they're using if they're using something different just because they're using something different. Like it's nice. I respect it.
dude, it's so funny too because I've been using the M13 forever, like in Warzone, and nobody uses that shit, and that shit is just beams people. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I don't lose too many like matches or like just 1v1s when I'm using that shit against people.
Yeah, dude. The thing, I mean, we're not hitting people from down the block normally. Like, if we are, we're using a sniper rifle. So any mid-range battle, like, it's just hitting your shots. And if you hit your shots with that M13, like, you're putting out more than every other gun, essentially. So it just boils back down to the point that you made a long time ago, saying that it just comes down to you hitting your shots. Like, the gun doesn't usually make a difference. Like, Galil versus like an M13, if you both hit your shots, like I honestly don't know who would win that battle, but I would assume it's the M13.
Yeah, that's rough.
So just hitting your shots is what it comes down to.
That's definitely a rough comparison because I don't even know if I've ever seen that one go down.
I don't think I have, because a lot of people don't use those guns. So what's the chances of you running into someone with one of those guns when you have the other one out? You know, you're always running into like a Grau, Kilo, or an M4. So
Also feel like a lot of times like you don't just get in like a straight 1v1 fight. Like it's normally you pulling up on somebody or somebody pulling up on you, or you know, just like extraneous circumstances like for 100%. Why you die, or you're in a gunfight with somebody else and another team pulls up on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's rarely is it ever like that, like where you're like specifically just able to 1v1 someone unless you're playing solos, because more likely than not, if you're in a game of duos, trios, or quads, like you're either down a person or you have a full squad and you're team shooting, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really just like you got to go in solos if you're trying to do that. And most people in solos are using, like I said, the Kilo, Grau, or the M4.
Bro,
But
zombie
you just gotta
zombie
use whatever guns
royale.
you can hit your damn
fun.
shots with. Bro, that shit is wild. I wish they would keep it.
Bro, honestly, dude, I wish they would too, man.
Like,
But
that stuff is so fun, man.
I don't know if I like the nighttime map per se, but the actual zombie royale is dope. Like I like the zombie royale and nighttime mode. I don't like just nighttime mode on the Warzone map. Everybody.
Oh, really? I kind of like it.
It's cool in itself, but not like playing it, if that makes any sense. Like I don't dislike it being at nighttime. I just dislike because the tactics are like so much worse. Like there's just so much more camping going on.
Yeah.
Like the other night we were I think you were at work. It was last night. Like last night I was playing with like your girlfriend and my girlfriend, and like literally there was a team having a fight like in some buildings, and like we were literally about to go up to the buildings and we got killed by some people that pretty much were hiding out in the fucking mountains. Like they just let us go by and they just beamed us.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then in the final circle, we got to the final circle, I think like one of the games, and there was like 15 people left in like the seventh circle.
Damn.
So like we stepped outside and all you heard was just clips going off. Just like in every direction, dude. Yeah, just in every direction, dude. Just gunshots. I mean, we came in 6, but it was just wild, dude. We came in 6, and like that was pretty much at the end of the circle. Like it was about and like I was like, dude, I don't really know how we were gonna make it out alive, but it's different, man.
Yeah.
But I think it would just be better off if it was a different map that alternates, like kind of like we were saying in the beginning. So
I just wish that you could like have the option to pick it.
yeah,
Like, do you want to play during the day or do you want to play at night? Like, I don't think it's a good idea to have it randomized because some people may want to switch to thermals on their guns.
no, I
Some
don't
people
mean like
some people don't care. Like, I don't care. I like it without thermal personally still.
I meant
But
like when the new game comes out, not like
oh
yeah, just like a different map, not like the
yeah, that'd be nice, dude.
no. I
Like,
would
just give us the options for play Verdansk at night, or play the new map.
yeah, it would definitely be cool if you can pick the time of day for sure.
Yeah, and they don't even have to have the new map at night to start out with. Just have the option to choose between the two or three.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Like I said, I've said it multiple times because like both of us, as a matter of fact, we haven't been the biggest Call of Duty fans in the past. So I mean, we've been praising the game pretty much a lot over the course of our podcast because they, to me, I feel like they've done a really good job, especially because I've played other battle royales and I think they do a pretty decent job with having it be like somewhat competitive but also fun. I would like for them to, and obviously they're cracking down on the people cheating, but I think they definitely need to do a better job of that. And I really think they should give us an option to do crossplay or not without it like affecting like who we like just us being able to play. But I don't know, man. We'll see. Like
Yeah,
I think obviously Treyarch will be taking over, but they have to be. I don't really know how the Warzone thing works, but it's like you said, man. I really think in the next few weeks we'll get some info. So I mean the game comes out in 3 weeks, so it's
yeah.
Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's the 21st. So I mean,
We'll find out soon.
yeah, we definitely will, man. But is there anything else you would like to add, sir, for this evening?
I don't think so, man. I think that pretty much sums it all up.
Well, it's good to be back.
Absolutely. It's been way too long.
Absolutely, man. Hopefully this will be the beginning of consecutive episodes for the
It
rest
will.
of the rest of the year. So,
It shall.
and also we should be finally looking into uploading some stuff to YouTube this week. So,
Yep. I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch again. So
yeah, I gotta look into what's going on with Twitch and the DMCA stuff.
oh yeah. I saw a bunch of people got hit with like a warning / ban.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking about either Twitch or YouTube. So
Yeah, YouTube would be dope too.
I mean, I'm not going to Facebook. I don't give a fuck.
No. Yeah, I mean, I'd kind of prefer YouTube because of all the DMCA stuff with Twitch. A lot of people are probably going to be switching over until they get their shit together.
I mean, the way I see it, I don't really have anything to lose. So,
Yeah, I mean that's true.
but that's another reason I want to get the Series X.
Yeah, absolutely.
But all right, everybody. It was good to be back talking to you folks. If you have questions, please topicsforthebar@gmail.com. And everybody have a good evening.
All right, see you guys.